So this is the CDA Review Operations with decimals. We're going to have adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing decimals. All the problems need to be completed. This is a pretty frustrating assignment because it's something that normally people would do with a calculator, but it's really important for us as mathematicians to be able to learn and understand why things work. And I'm going to show you how to do this using some mental math and some just strategies of estimation that will help you to be able to do this in a faster way without having to do really frustrating and obnoxious division with really large numbers. Let's go ahead and get started. Question number one says Marsha bought a new car that cost $38,832, including interest. She'll make equal monthly payments for 5 years. How much will Marsha pay each month? So the first thing I need to notice is that we're making equal monthly payments for 5 years. And so the first sort of, I guess you could say, annoying thing to be observed is that these payments are going to be every 5 years. And so the observation is that, well, we've got how many months in 5 years? 5 years is equal to 5 times 12 is equal to 60 months. The next observation is we're going to take this and we're going to divide. So I've got 38,832, and I'm dividing by 60. So the trick that I'm going to have you use is to realize, okay, I can just move this decimal over and move this decimal over. And so I end up 6 goes into 38,883.2. And so that's going to make my multiplication a lot easier. So 6 goes into 3 0 times, 6 goes into 38 6 times. And now automatically I only have one answer. That's awesome because there's only one number that starts with a 6. So we can finish it, but really I've only spent a minute on this problem and I already know because 6 times 6 is 36. I subtract 2. I can keep going just to make sure. I drop this 8 down, I get an 8. 6 goes into 28 4 times. Okay, so that's close. So I might be thinking, okay, maybe that's not going to be right. So this would be 24. But it does say about how much. So still, it's probably going to be right. I subtract, I get 4. I drop my 3. 6 goes into 43. Going to be 7 times. Yeah, so this makes sense. 6.643, 647 point something would round up to be 650. So that is correct. Let's move on to the next problem. Julie was a lifeguard during the summer. She earned a total of $1,890. She was paid $54 per day that she worked. How many days did Julie work in the summer? Okay, well, again, there's two ways to do this. We can either divide, so I have 1890 divided by 54. That's sort of annoying. I don't really want to do that because I look over here, all my numbers are super close. So even if I get the first digit, I'm going to have to keep dividing. Up here, they're not close, so I can use mental math and estimate. So what I would do, since these are in order, I'd pick B or C, try it, and multiply. So I'd have 33 times 54. Well, 4 times 3 is 12, put the 2 down, carry the 1. 4 times 3 is 12, put the 2 down, that's 13. 5 times 3 is 15, carry the 1. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 14. Oops, 14, 5, that should be a 0. I forgot my placeholder. So I get 2, 8, 5, 1. Okay, that's not right, and it's too low. So my answer, it's 1582 is too low. So this is going to be wrong, and it's too low. So I might need to have more days. So let's try 54 times 35. Let's see what happens. 5 times 4 is 20. I put the 0 down, carry the 2. 5 times 5 is 25, 27. Put the placeholder. 3 times 4 is 12. Put the 2 down, carry the 1. 3 times 5 is 15, 16, 16. I get 0, 9, 8, 1. 1890, so that's right. And so the trick is, right, we just pick one of the middle ones, and then if it's too low, it tells me I don't even have to do this math. I know automatically this is the right answer because this one was too low. And if it was too high, I could have tried one of these. But it makes it so you don't have to try all of them. Let's keep going. Okay, the Hampton family uses 18,204 kilowatts of electricity last year. They used about the same amount of electricity each week. About how many kilowatts of electricity the Hampton family use each week? It says there's 52 weeks in a year. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking 18,204 and I'm dividing by 52. That is super annoying. So let's go ahead and try and figure this out. I would do the same strategy to multiply, but you can do whichever. I would multiply maybe. So we're going to use that same strategy. 52 times 340. I'm going to ignore this 0 for now because it's not needed. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 5 is 20. Placeholder. 3 times 2 is 6. I'm doing this one, by the way. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. I get 8, 6, 7, 1. 1768. Is that enough? Plus a 0. That was not enough. So this is wrong, and that's wrong, and that's wrong, because those are all too low. So let's try this one and see. So I've got 52 times 35 with a 0. But the 0 is going to go at the end. So that's 10. 0, carry the 1. 26. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 is 26. Placeholder. My face. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 6. Is that a 6? 3 times 2 is 6. Yeah. 6 plus 6 is 2. Carry the 1. 5 plus 2 is 7. Plus 1 is 8. 1. And I have another 0. 18,200. That's like basically it. So this is perfect. Again, that's strategy. Once I figured out what this wasn't, and it wasn't enough, that tells me I had to go up. And since that's the only one that's bigger or larger, that's my answer. Question number 4. School district had a budget surplus, that's extra money, of $63,316.25. That's an obnoxious number. The superintendent wants to give every school the same amount of money. There's 125 schools. How much money will each school receive? So let's look at it. As I'm looking here, I can automatically think, okay, these are not nearly the same, and these are not nearly the same. So I'm going to estimate because these are spread out enough that I can estimate getting it. So let's say that, let's pretend like this is 60,000. And then let's pretend like this 125 is like 100. Just pretend. So if I did this and divided, I'd knock off these zeros, knock off these zeros, and I'm on ground 600. Okay, sweet. That's the answer. Again, I didn't really do any math. I just estimated, and I got an answer. None of these is close, so my answer is A. Next question. 5. The 14th Street Bakery baked 4,590 cookies for a giveaway. They're giving away 101 boxes of cookies, each with the same amount of cold cookies. Which of the following statements is true? This is a obnoxious problem. Let's look at it. I'm going to estimate first because these are annoying, but let's estimate. So 4590 divided by 101. I'm going to estimate to get 100, and that would give me 45.9. So I'm going to guess that we're multiplying times 45. So I got to check and see. None of these says multiply. That's remainder. This one is total, so this is going to be wrong, and this is going to be wrong because there would be 45 cookies in the box. So now I got to look at the remainders. Let's look at it. So if I did 101 times 45, well, 100 times 45 is 450. Sorry, 4,500. Plus another 45 would give me 45, 45. So I have 45, 45. Well, there's 45, 90 cookies minus 45, 45. So this is going to give me 90 minus 45 is 45, 0, 0. I know that because 90 minus 45, 90 is half 45. But if you wanted to borrow, we could go 8, that's 1, 10 minus 5 is 5, 8 minus 4 is 4. That's my answer. So my remainder now was 45 because when I multiplied, I got 4,545. And then when I got a remainder, there's 45 cookies left over. John bought a pack of 18 cards at $1.98. About how much did each card cost? Okay, let's look at this. This is close to $2. And this is close to 20 cards. Let's divide. 2 goes into 20. I'll round. Move my decimal. Move my decimal. 2 goes into 0.20. 1 time. 10 cents. Decimal goes here. So that's 10 cents. It's close to 11. Let's try this and see. 18 times 11. Well, 18 times 10 is 180. And that's 0.11. And then I have another 18. So that's 891. I put my 2 decimals in. $1.98. Boom. Let's go. Question 7. Adam is selling cookies for a fundraiser. Cookies cost him $1.49 a box. He's selling them for $3.74 a box. Adam sold 209 boxes of cookies. How much profit did he earn? So the thing you need to notice first is we're not looking for how much money did he make. It's how much profit. And the profit is how much money that he get after he pays himself back. So that would be the difference of 374 and 149. So let's do 374 minus 149. Subtract these. This is going to be a 6. 14 minus 9 is going to be 5. 6 minus 4 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. So that's $2.25. Then we go, and he sold 209 boxes. So for 1 box, he's $2.29. For 2 boxes, he's $4.50. So we're multiplying. $2.25 times 209. That's pretty annoying. So I'm going to set this up because I don't want to multiply that the other way. So this is 225. Remember when I do this, I ignore the decimal. And I have 200, 0, and 9. 200 times 200 is 4 with 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 200 times 20 is 4 with 1, 2, 3. 200 times 5 is 10 with 2 zeros. This is all zeros. Cross it out. 200 times 9 is 18 with 2 zeros. 9 times 2 is 18 with a 0. 9 times 5 is 45. So let's go ahead and look. So I have 40,000. And then I have 1,800. And then I have, there's not enough zeros here. 4,000. Use that one. Then I have 1,000. Then I have 180. Then I have 45. So I have 5. I have 8 plus 4 is 12. Put the 2 down, carry the 1. I have 8, 9, 10. Put the 0 down, carry the 1. I have 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have 4. 47, 025. Put my decimals in. Right there. What's up? C. Check this out, though. I could have done this by estimating. This is close to $2. That's close to 200 boxes. So 2 times 200 would have been $400. And since we rounded down for both of those, my answer is actually going to be bigger. So it would be C still. So again, we use estimation. Ben bought 18 first class stamps at 28 cents each and 4 postcards at 66 cents each. How much money did Ben spend? So I'm looking at these answers, and they're sort of close together. So let's try and work it out and see what happens. So 18 stamps at 28 cents each. That's pretty annoying. 4 postcards at 66 cents each. Let's pretend like this is 30. So I have 20 times 30 cents. And that's going to give me around $6. Close, a little bit less than that because I rounded up. So my answer is actually going to be less. And then I have 4 times 0.66. So let's round down. Since we rounded up over here, let's round down here to even it out. So 4 times 0.60. So that'd be 4 times 6 is $2.40. This would be $2.40. So I end up with $8.40. So I'm going to guess, based off of estimating, that my answer is C. Let's actually do it and see. 18.28. And then 66 times 4. 4 times 6 is 24, with 4 carry the 2. 4 times 6 is 24, that's 28. 2.84. 8 times 8 is 16. Put this, 64, my bad. Put the 4 down, carry the 6. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 6 is 14. So that's 1, 4, 4. Then I put my placeholder, smiley face. 2 times 8 is 16. Put the 6 down, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So I got 4, 0, carry the 1, 3, 4, 5, $5.04. $5.04, 8, 7.88. Something went wrong. 18 stamps times 28 cents, 4 stamps times 66 cents. How much money? So 18, 8 times 8 is 64. Put the 4 down, carry 6. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. That's right. Placeholder. 2 times 8 is 16. 6 down, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. That's right. 4, 0, carry the 1. 3 plus 1, that's 5. Okay, that's correct. Okay. Then I have 66 times 44. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 down, carry the 2. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 2 is 26. Not bad. That should be a 6. And so I was off on my estimate by a decent amount. This is why we want to check our work. So the answer is actually B. Next one. Jackie had $61. She bought 2 skirts for $18.95 each, including tax. She also bought lunch for $5.50. How much does she have left? So this is sort of frustrating. She bought 2 skirts for $18.95. We just got to subtract from 61. So that's 61 minus $18.95. So I'm going to actually multiply $18.95 times 2. $18.95. 0, carry the 1, 9, 9 is 18, 19, 9, carry the 1, 8 plus 8 is 16, 17, 7, carry the 1, that's 37.90. And then we have 5.50 because she also bought dinner. So we're going to add this together as her total spent, 0, that's going to be 14, carry the 1, this is going to be 8, 13, carry the 1, this is an addition sign. 3 plus 1 is 4. 43.40. So 43.40 minus 0, 0. So let's subtract. You could do mental math subtraction. I can show you how I do that. So what I like to do is I do 61 minus 40. That gives me 21. Then I do 21 minus 3. And that gives me 18. And I do 18 minus 0.40, and that gives me 1760. So that's the mental math way. So you just keep subtracting each section. Here you can do 0 minus 0. Can't do that. 0, 1, I get 6 for the decimal. Borrow, 5, 1, 10 minus 3 is 7, 5 minus 4 is 1. Both ways work. Question 10. Betsy bought 10 pencils for 10 cents each. That's easy because 10 times 10, that's $1. Pencils is $1. Nate, 8 notebooks for $1.50 each. This is nice because I've got $1.50 and $1.50. Together, this makes $3. And then I've got 8 of them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $3. 5, 6. That's $3. 7, 8. That's $3. So together, this is 3 times 4 is $5. Okay, so this is notebook. And then a book for $45. She Gave the cashier $60. So I've got $12, $1, and $45. Add this up. All these are even. All these have decimals. And my answer is D. I don't do anything, but I'll do it anyway. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 4 plus 1 is 5. 58 minus 60. 60 minus 58 is equal to $2. And that is it. Have fun studying. Test is on Thursday.